I like always when I am listening to things are that I want to, make sure that I listen first and then I put the notes. Because if you're just noting, you're not really absorbing what I'm sharing. So, what will follow as a practice, I'll give you some moments to take notes after every part. So, make sure you don't take notes when I'm sharing. I'll tell you that, hey, quick 1 minute, take a note. All right. Is everyone clear on the same page? Just drop in C quickly so that I know that, okay, everyone on the same page. Perfect. Awesome. Sweet. Thank you so much. Stopping the chat again. So, first is that you will have to murder the follower fallacy. I have literally seen coaches coming and saying that, hey, you know what? You actually need a lot of followers on Instagram to be able to reach to a certain threshold. Not really. It's good that if you have followers, then of course not. You have a lot more ammunition. But is it needed to make substantial amount of revenue? Not at all. Not at all. Let me tell you. Prime example, Coach Praveen. He just made 10 lakhs plus last month, right? 8,000 plus followers on Instagram. So if you had an excuse to yourself that, hey, you need followers on Instagram or any social media content platform for that matter, that excuse just died. So ask yourself that, or tell yourself rather, not ask, my bad, that if you don't have followers and if you think that, hey, followers and not having that is what's stopping you probably to go after the market, it's a false one. It's a false one. So please don't. So you know what this says? There's a truth bomb here that followers watch and clients pay. These 8,000 followers does not matter to this coach Praveen, right? Because he's focused on getting the right clients. His mindset is that, hey, I just need clients. It does not matter. 8,000 followers. Can I just have 10 clients out of it? 20 clients out of it? That's it, right? He makes 10 lakh plus from this follower count, which is crazy. So the fact here is, and the new install that we need to do, that you need 100 clients, not 10,000 followers. Don't chase followers, chase clients in the head. That, hey, I just need 100 clients, does not matter how many followers I have. As simple as that. You need to literally re-engineer that mindset, because there is always a standard notion that without followers, it's tough, Not really. Followers who are coming in, they're not your clients. They're just your followers. They're following you, right? All right, quick 1 minute for the note. But is this clear? Is the new install clear? Drop NI on the chat. Drop NI on the chat if the new install is clear that you need to have. Guys, let me tell you, coaches end up making errors that, hey, they need to have followers. Followers will just watch you. It's like when you go in the road, a mishap happens, 100 people comes around, they're just watching you. They're just following you, right? Are they your clients? Not really. The same fallacy works in social media also. Clients pay. You need 100 clients, right? What our population is 1 billion plus. 1 billion plus. Can you not have 100 clients? You of course can. You're just not thinking it right. You're just not thinking in the right direction because you have already created so many layers of barriers in your head that you're like, hey, wait, I don't have views like him. I don't have followers like him. How will I reach there? No, it's wrong. All right, last 30 seconds for you to take some notes, put it down, which is helpful for you to recall yourself. Again, I'm telling you that you will have to remind this to yourself so that it gets re-engineered. It literally needs to get re-engineered in your head so that it becomes a default. You need to bring all of these mindsets as a default in you. Let me tell you, once you do this, your way of action, your way of thinking, approaching, doing business will change, right? It will change, let me tell you. And this coach is just one of the examples, guys. There are so many other coaches which we'll talk about in our day 5, wherein we'll be dissecting case studies, right? You'll get blown away when I'll share with you case studies and how they have been able to do it, right? Perfect. I think it's time to move on to what needs to be murdered second, right? Second is this guy, Vanshit, 1,500 followers. He just make 8 lakhs per month, right? His clients don't care about his degrees. They care about their transformation. I have seen so many coaches then coming and telling me that, hey, you know what? I don't have the right certifications. I don't have the right degrees. You don't need it. You don't need it. You know, why people think that they need it? They think that this is how people will come and trust me. This is why someone will pay me because my background is strong. No, it's not the truth. You are not selling knowledge, you are selling results. Let me tell you, if you're thinking that we are in the knowledge business, no, we are evolving to the result business. You get me results, I'll pay you. It does not matter where are you coming from. It does not matter. Results is what matters, right? So stop chasing certifications, degree, and stop thinking and creating that barrier that, hey, if I don't have that, I won't be able to go ahead. You are living in a delusion. You don't need any certifications. Stop thinking about that. Let's just remove that from the head. Yes, there are different ways of leveraging that in the future, but it should not be at the pedestal to start things or scale things. Dude, there are coaches who are making 8 lakhs per month, right? Does not have a follower, does not have any certification, but you know what he shows? He shows results. He shows transformations. You know what is the install here? You are the solution, not the certificate. You are genuinely the solution. You yourself are the solution that you're providing. Certificate is not the solution. Can you provide that to 10 people, 20 people, 100 people? You do that and you will see more people coming in you because you are able to bring in solutions. You're able to bring in transformations in their life. So you murder your old thought, and the new install is you are the solution, not your certificate. Is it a bulb on? Drop BO on the chat if this was again a bulb on for each one of you here, guys. Come on. All right, that's amazing. So we just learned two things that we need to murder. Again, quick 30 seconds. Let's go and take some notes. I'm just reiterating in the meantime. So don't run behind certificates. This coach has 0 certificates. He makes 8 lakhs per month because he does not care about certificates. He does not care about degree. He does not care about from where is he coming from. People, his users, just care about transformation. As simple as that. Nothing beyond that. So the truth bomb is that you are not selling knowledge. Knowledge is a byproduct. We are not selling knowledge. We are selling results. We want to see you the results, and I want to make you that happen, right? That's what you're making every user inside your community unlock. You do that, people will come and pay you because you're providing value. Why not? Right? So you are the solution, not your certificate needs to be your new install from here on, which you got to say yourself again. You got to re-engineer this thought again and again that, hey, I'm the solution, not the certificates, does not matter. Perfect. Done with the notes time. Let's move to what we are murdering next, right? So what I've seen, and let me ask you something, that the cost of divorce, and this is very subjective, right? I'm just putting a ballpark figure, this could even go higher. It's around 5-10 lakhs. The cost of disease when we go to hospitals and we spend is like 10-20 lakhs, right? That's what the cost is. Do you all kind of agree? Drop in yes in the chat quickly. I'm just put a ballpark figure, right? It could, of course, go up a little down, but that's how the figure ranges. That you get a disease, you go to hospital, something troublesome happen, you will end up spending like 5-10 lakhs out there. 20 lakhs could even go up. Divorce, this is what you end up spending, right? Do you know what is the cost of staying stuck? What is the cost of staying stuck? Do you know that? Any guesses in the chat? Someone says 1 CR, someone says life, someone says no, someone says life, someone says regret, someone says 100 CR, depression, success, forever loss, growth, whole life. You know what? The cost of staying stuck, you can't even put a monetary output to it. The cost of staying stuck is lifetime misery. It's lifetime misery. That's the cost of staying stuck. You know why? Because you're not able to see the good things. You are not able to see the upside. You're not able to see how your life would have changed, how your parents' life would have changed, how your family's life would have changed. You don't have access to that. You can't see it. And that's a state of misery that you are in, that you don't even know how beautiful your life can become because you have made yourself stuck. And where did this inference came to me as a realization again, that I was in US. I was sitting around with 25 people in the room. All of them was multi-millionaires. Someone just came with his private charter flight inside, right? Someone is close acquaintance to Richard Branson, Mark Zuckerberg. If I would have not been putting in efforts to reach to a stage, to be in a room wherein everyone is doing something super extraordinary, would I ever be able to think about it before? No. So I don't even know what I'm losing out as an opportunity, right? And that's the most misery state to be at. And that's the cost of staying stuck, staying back, thinking that, hey, let me just, delay things. You can't put a monetary tagging to it. You can never. It's beyond that. So you know what is the truth bomb? That low prices disrespect transformation value. When you think about your product, when you think about yourself, that hey, you probably can't charge high, you can't do it, you are disrespecting your own capabilities of what you could unlock for someone else, what you could transform for someone else, right? You are literally disrespecting that. And you can't because then you know what you're missing out on. New install needs to be calculate your client's problem cost. Understand that if your client is facing a problem, what is the cost of the problem that he or she is facing? Because no problem can be bigger than you being at a state of misery. But if you're solving a problem in your respective niche and you've identified someone, what is the cost to him or her? You know what it will do? It will help you in understanding the weightage of the problem that you're solving for them. It will also help you understand what kind of pricings you can keep, like multifold benefits are there. What kind of pricing that you can keep by virtue of the problem that you're solving, because you are calculating your client's problems cost. Is this part again clear? Is the new install clear again? Drop in a yes in the chat. Come on. Drop in a yes in the chat. Come on. Again, notes time. So notes time is that the most sad part for any of us to be is at a state of misery, lifetime misery that happens when we are stuck because we're not moving ahead, we're not taking action. And the learning from there is that whenever you're selling something, right, or you are putting yourself in a state of inferiority, that hey, probably I can't do this, or probably I don't have the right knowledge, you're disrespecting the transformation value that you can truly bring in someone else's life, right? You're literally disrespecting that. And the install needs to be that whenever you're solving any problem for any client out there, any user out there, you need to always be that, okay, what's the cost of the problem that he or she is going through? Because that will define your pricings for the product, because you're solving something very genuine and you understand what the cost is, right? That's the new install that everyone of us need to have, and the old belief, needs to be murdered. Are we ready for the fourth thing that we need to murder? The fourth thing that we need to murder. Drop a BIO, bring it on. Let me ask you all a question. Do you think that you need to put in a lot of time to stay successful? Okay, I can see no's, I can see yeses. I can see no's, I can see yeses. All right. Mixed answers, right? Let me share something. I was on a call with one of the creators, Ankur Wariku, and he was showing his calendar. He does not work all the time. If you see his calendar, right, he has certain blocks for certain things, but the rest of the day is open. Could be open for his leisure time, could be open for him thinking about different things, life, family, children, their education, a lot of other things, right? But the blocking that you're seeing on the front of the screen is largely, and not even all, by the way, just 80% of it is work, right? The others are some kind of party happening, some kind of chill event happening, some kind of session happening, whatsoever, right? But this is it. This is it. It's not about time, it's about systems. Because coaches who don't understand this, you know what they do? They sell time. They sell time. They don't understand how can they save time. You need to build systems, not schedules. You can build a schedule that, hey, I'll do this A, B, C, D things tomorrow, over a week, over a month. Cool. But can you put systems on top of it so that your time is saved, not spent? You know what these coaches understand? They understand the true constrained value of time, that, hey, it's 24 hours, it's limited. I can't do anything. I have similar time, you have similar time. Um, Siddharth has similar time. Someone like an Elon Musk also has similar time. So, do I need to spend time and then do the rest of the things which already is constrained, or do I really want to build systems so that I can save time, right? I don't want to sell time. I don't want to spend time. Can I make things efficient? This is something that all these top 1% coaches are so deep rooted with, that they know that if they don't do this, they're not going to scale. You can only do so much in the limited resource of time that you have, right? Of which almost like 9-10 hours goes in sleep. The rest probably goes in your food or other activities. So you have limited time. And if you don't understand this right now, let me again give you a reality check. You can't scale. You really, really can't scale the business. So the choice is in your hand. Do you want to save time and spend on right systems, or do you want to spend time which can't come back and then let not be able to scale, right? How many of you align with building systems? Drop BS on the chat. BS on the chat if you align with this, because and the way we are moving, guys, I mean, now AI is in place. So if you're not adapting to it, then you're already out of the race. Forget about the running the race. You're out of the race. Don't even dream or think about running the race if you're not adapting to this, right? So that's very important. Schedules, someone asked, how is system different from schedules, right? Schedules just make you allocate your time, that, hey, I need to do 1 p.m. tomorrow this, 2 p.m. this, 3 p.m. this, 4 p.m. this, 5 p.m. this, 6 p.m. this. But once you have put in the right systems, do you have to do that every time? No, your time just got free. Your time is just getting freer, right? You need the right, of course, with tech systems, you also need the right people who works with you, right? Who works with you, because all of you are together working in that mission cumulatively, right, of solving. But even for the team, you will need to have them also have the right systems, so that even their time is being, optimized at a god level, and so do yours. So you need to build systems, not schedules, because once system is built, you don't require a heavy schedule, right? All of that just becomes a byproduct of it. Has everyone taken notes? If yes, then drop in NT, notes taken. NT in the chat if notes are taken from each one of you. It's critical because you need to remind about these things to yourself again and again. I have shared, but you're not going to implement or make it a default of yourself right away within a snap of fingers. It just can't happen, right? So it becomes important to keep that notes wherein you're repeating, you're going back to it again and again. All right. Now you know what I want to know. I want to take quick 2 minutes and I want you all to come inside the community on which you all had registered, which was this. And inside the inner circle, if you're seeing other setups as locked, that's absolutely fine. Please, you all don't need access of that. You just need access to the inner circle. Now, what I want you all to do is put your best learning here. Best thing that you have learned until now, I want you all, like, we'll take like quick 3-4 minutes and I want to see best learning here that you'll have put in inside the forum. So make sure you log into it. If you have not logged in, I am sending the login link again in the chat and registration link again. No worries. No worries, guys. I am sharing the login link. And if you don't have the registration link, then I'm sharing the registration link. So make sure that you register first. Yeah, so if you have not registered, then before tapping on the login link, please register first. That is the login link, but I am sharing the register link also. So first you register, then tap on the login link, because if you just log in first without registering, then you won't see anything. All right, I want to see what people have dropped in. Don't run for followers, no certificates, just start, save time. I like the truth bombs. We learn focus on your work daily without expectation, then things start happening. You don't need followers, you need customers. Scale mindset, don't stay stuck, keep moving with scale. Small steps, skill procrastination with self-doubts. You need more clients than followers. Big bulb on moment. My learning is mainly what to learn and unlearn the murder part. That's crazy. You're the solution, not the certificate. I always felt more followers equals to more business. Understand that's not true. Absolutely, Raj, that's not true. Let me tell you. And I'm going to unfold a lot more things here, right? Story in head, need to check fear of perfection. All right, don't run for followers. All right, I like the truth bomb. That's crazy. You need followers to do. This was a bulb on moment. Thanks for sharing. Excited for the challenge. Bring it on. Your income isn't about skills first. It's about the story in your head. Yeah, I love that too when Russell shared it with us. Right, followers watch, customers pay. Today's best learning. That's amazing. I think people have dropped in the message rooms also. Learning takeaway, mindset is the key to all transformation. Cost of being stuck. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right. I think until here, start calculating your client's problem cost. What the cost of staying stuck? It's lifetime misery. It's lifetime misery because you're not even aware of what's good for you, what's there in place that you can unlock, not just for yourself, but all your closed ones, right? So it's something that you're not aware of, but the moment you get to aware, you like, damn, I'm glad I take this, I did this, I put that effort. So you can't put it into cost, but it's a lifetime misery, right? New installs, all right, that's crazy. I think I can see a lot of learnings already inside. That's crazy. I like this. That's crazy. All right, let's come back. I'll open up the chat. Guys, until now, how has been the mindset setup for each one of you? The mindset setup. We have just started, guys. Let me tell you, we have just started. We have like, it's just 2%. It's just 2%, guys. I mean, the remaining days where we are going to go tactical, I'm going to share something that's I don't want to share spill video. Okay, I'll get so excited. I'll just start sharing things on my own on this session, but I want to share it tomorrow of the things that's coming inside. But again, the session is not ended. The session is not ended, but I just want to take some pause all together and understand things from each one of you. Shanti Krishna, EP, you do good. That's crazy. Thank you so much. Moving forward into transformation phase, great perspectives. That's crazy. I'm so glad because I so know for the fact that if you all just come on the same pattern, bare minimum 40 lakhs is out there in a year because the coaching industry is growing. And I so want you all to, just come inside that pattern. Like we are 1,000 of us together in this room, we can just make it happen. And I don't want to wait for the new year. I don't want to wait for the Jan 1st. I really want that we start. We really start. November, it's fine. What does not matter, right? That's crazy. Awesome. Now that we have taken some pauses, do you all want to take a minute to just drink some water? Just drink some water and just come back. Do you all want a minute? Let me tell you, let me just know. Do you all want some like a quick 2 minutes break for the water? No, we are ready. We are ready. Okay, people are saying we are ready. Okay, then no break. So sorry, for people saying yes. I mean, so sorry. We are ready. Okay, we are ready. If that's the case, then I'm also ready, guys. I don't need anything else. All right, perfect. So I'll just pause the chat and let me come back to my screen. Now, I want to share something super interesting, which is very close to my heart. And this is something that you all need to, I'll say, master, right? Because guys, this is not a day journey. This is not a month journey, right? We are in a marathon. If you ask me, sprints versus marathon in business world, I'll always go for marathon. There is nothing called sprint. Overnight success, vagera, forget about it. There's nothing like it. Behind every overnight success, there was a marathon journey that you probably are not aware of that person, of that business. So it's always marathon, right? Now, when it comes to this marathons, as I mentioned, I want you all to be aware about that. We are aiming for a 40 lakh journey. And again, I want to repeat, is it easy? No, it's not. It's not easy, right? It will test a lot of your things. It will test a lot of your capabilities. It's possible. Absolutely. There is like no second thoughts around that, right? But to make sure that you are in that journey, you need to be in a state. You literally be, you literally need to be in a state. Only then you will be able to be in that journey because you will see some highs and you will see some lows. Again, you will see a high, again, you will see the low. But the high after low will be dependent on whether you are able to keep yourself in this state or not. You know what that state is? I'll just share my screen. This is so close to my heart because while building Tag Mango since the last 5.5 years, I have literally been able to, experience this. It's the state of flow. Don't take any notes right now. Hear me out. Keep your pen aside. What is state of flow? When we do anything, today, day one, we're starting with 6-day challenge. What are we touching upon? Mindset. Usually coaches don't focus on this. It's most important. You all now know. I don't have to repeat, right? Post mindset, what comes? Taking action. If I'm not taking action, then you know what? My mindset will just loosen out. Your mind is like, it's like when you go to gym, right? You go to gym once, twice, your muscles will get sore. But if you leave, your muscles will again come back to what it was before. So you will have to be consistent. And how do you make the mind muscle stay consistent? Is by taking action. You need to be in action mode always. No matter, forget about what failures it will cause to, what mistakes you will make, what errors you will make, does not matter. You will take action. And you know what will happen in that journey of taking action? You will end up making errors. You will fail. You might fail a little miserably. You might see certain fallbacks, certain pushbacks in your own journey. But you know what are those? Those are learnings. Those are learnings for you. Those are feedbacks for you. And you know what you do after again taking those learnings? That will again define your next set of path. Taking action. Taking action. And then again, re-engineering your mindset while you're taking that action. Because it's like when I step up the ladder, I slip, I fall down. It's on me. Do I want to again get up and step up? I have to make myself strong that, hey, I want to do it no matter what. Okay, this didn't work. It's sad. It hurts. It's painful probably at times. It's demotivating probably at times. But I have to tell myself that I have to do it no matter what. Keep my heads down, work towards it. I call it the state of flow. And this state of flow is something that you will always experience in your journey. And the more you are in the state of flow, the more you are able to put yourself in the state of flow, is what will make you move ahead in the journey. It starts from mindset. Take action. You succeed, you will learn. You fail, you will learn. And then you will again take action. And then again, you will fix your mindset that, hey, can't do it. And then again, you will take action. And then again, you will make errors. This cycle keeps repeating. And if you will ask a question that, hey, does at any stage, there comes a point wherein we don't have to be in the state of flow? No. At every stage of your business, you will be in the state of flow, but your level of state of flow will keep changing. It will keep changing. It will keep elevating. But you need to be in the state of flow. For how many of you it was a bulb on? Drop BO on the chat, because this is required. This is required for each one of you. Bulb on, right? I know. You all can take notes. 30 seconds. Who wants to take notes? Take these notes. Put it inside. You gotta read this out. Tell to yourself, be aware of it always. Let me tell you, whenever a tough time is coming, it's nothing but God's way of testing you. God's way of testing you that, hey, are you even eligible for the bigger things? Because the state of flow in that bigger journeys is going to be of different level. But to even come at that, God is testing you that, hey, are you even ready? Life is testing you, or the higher power is testing you, right? And if you won't show your readiness that, hey, I'm ready no matter what, you throw any problem on me, I'll do it. That is something that where the tough parts of the journey comes in, right? And it's how beautiful that everything that goes up comes down, and then again bounces back, and then again comes a little down, and then again bounces back, right? Even the heart rate, the rate which we see in the meter in hospitals, it's up, down, up, down, up, down, right? That's life. It shows life. If it would have been a straight path, you're dead, right? So we need to always draw those parallels, implement in the business while we are growing. And hence, state of flow becomes extremely important. Now, I'll just give you certain pointers that you need to bring in your approach, in your overall approach, in your daily habits, right? In your daily habits to implement. All right. So again, don't take notes. Hear me out, and then I'll give you some time to take notes. Because these habits, when you implement, this will make your journey to maintain the consistency of being in a state of flow always better. So these are the habits that you need to implement in yourself, on your team members, across, right? Now, what are those habits? Let's list that down. 5 steps that you got to master, right? Whenever you decide to launch anything, now should be your response to yourself and to your team that, hey, I want to do this, let's do it now. Later, when, don't keep it for later. Whatever you want to do, it could be system process, it could be a new experiment, anything. Your every response to it should be, can it happen now? And if there is a justifiable reason for later, because probably you're doing too many things, so you are like, okay, let's pick it up next week, that's fine. That's a different case. But you should not be like, okay, let's figure it out later, let's wait for the right day. No, that's not the right way, right? Every time you do something, you need to ask, can I do it now? That's it. You need to fail fast. You need to be in the process of failing fast, because failing to it's implied. You can't foresee a journey without failing. It needs to happen. The more fast you fail, that means you have better understanding of what will work for your business and what will work. You will have better clarity, better data points. And that will only happen when you're like, hey, you want to launch something? Launch it now. Second, always set a deadline for completion. Without deadlines, nothing works, right? Now, how to evaluate those deadlines depends on the complexity of what you're working on. There are two ways of thinking for deadlines. Either you can think of an easy deadline, but I always like, keeping, I'll say, an optimistic deadline, because when you keep an optimistic deadline, it pushes everyone to work towards it. I'll share a small inference here why optimistic deadline works. A lot of you might have faced this, during schools, college, or maybe even now, that when you are given a deadline to submit a homework or a task for the whole, let's say, and you have a week, right? You still do it in the end moment and you make it happen. You didn't put in a lot of efforts in the initial 80% of the days, but last 20% or maybe last 10% of the time that you had to complete to give it in deadline, you are able to do it. Why? Because deadline makes us do things faster, better, and more focused. So you put deadlines, and my recommendation is always put aggressive deadline. And of course, there should be a measure of even aggressiveness, right? It can't be beyond the park that, okay, wait, I want to do something which is a timeline of 30 days, but I'm saying, hey, I'll do it today. That is like you're not thinking it soundfully, right? If it's a 30-day deadline, can you do it in 15 days? Should be the question. Can we make it happen in 15 days? That should be the question. So that's second part. Failures should always be reframed as a lesson. As I mentioned, you are bound to face failures. You are bound to see failures. Some failures is going to be small. Some failures is going to be big. But your mindset towards that failure should be, oh, it's lesson. Let me see how can I incorporate that so that this does not happen. It's a feedback to you for your business. If you start looking at failures in that way, trust me, your way of dealing with failures will change, right? Fourth point is asking for feedbacks early. When you ask for feedbacks early, then you know preemptively what things could break. You will have better understanding at ground levels, because when we are building out something, I'll tell you, when we build out certain features inside the platform, a lot of things we might not be able to think on day one. But you know what we do? We reach out to our top clients, we give them early access, we're like, hey, give us feedbacks. What do you think? Right? Because the faster we have feedbacks, the better we are able to work on, and better is the probability to implement things in your funnels, in your coaching. And in your case, you're asking feedbacks to your own users who are coming inside your funnel, right? Keep asking them feedbacks altogether. That will help you make your value stacking better, your funnel better, the delivery, the transformation better, right? And the last one is shift your focus. Shift your focus to, you know what? You need to shift your focus on one thing at a time. One thing at a time. Usually when, we have, let's say, multiple things as an experiment to do. There are 10 things. Two questions is what we ask. Do we have enough bandwidth where an individual person can put their sole focus on that one thing and then experiment the 10 things? If no, then we won't do it. We will then just pick one thing and put the focus there, right? There are too many distractions already. I have this beautiful concept that I learned from Kevin O'Leary. He was sharing and learning from how Steve Jobs used to operate, while building company, Apple. And he would say that the tough part is to figure out which parts to focus on. There is always noise and distraction. Sorry, noise and signals. My bad. Noise and signals. Your job as a business owner is that how can you identify signals from the noises that you're getting? You will hear 10 things. You will see 10 different things, 10 different knowledge streams, multiple people coming and giving you feedback. But what are those signals that you need to put your focus on and shift it away from noises? Because if you're able to do that, trust me, you're working at your highest efficiency capability. You are not spending time in things which is inefficient to you. So even knowing which part to put focus on is a skill, is something that you'll have to learn, because that will be needed when you're scaling up. When you're scaling up, it would be needed for sure. And this skill set, because it needs to be re-engineered, if you don't bring it into habit consciously and put yourself in a spot of doing this again and again, when you really need that skill, you won't have it. It takes months, probably even years, to build that skill of choosing what's signals for you that needs your focus and what's noise. And if you're able to follow these 5 things as a recurring habit, you are consistent with the state of flow. You're consistent with it. And you have to be at the state of flow while aiming for those journeys. Is everyone clear? Drop a quick C in the chat if everyone is clear. Come on. All right, that's amazing. Perfect. We just take some time to share the notes, to copy the notes. So there you go. Take a minute. 5 steps to master. You want to write it down. Noise signals is my personal favorite here, because there are a lot of distractions. You will hear so many things, right? In fact, even what I am saying to you, you need to understand that, okay, what is something that I need to immediately work on, right? Signals and noise. It's all about signals and noise, right? That you got to figure out from. So yeah, let's take some moments. Signal to noise ratio is what Prashant has said. Yes, that's absolutely true. Your job should be, how do I identify the right signals and put all my efforts in that, leading you to always stay in the state of flow, because the journey is long. It's a marathon and you got to meet together. All right. Okay. Yeah. So we'll take just a minute to put in the notes. All right. Just mention done when you're done with the notes. And then we are moving to the last bit of today's session, which is going to be super interesting again. Oh, sure. I'll just share my last screen. My bad. I stopped sharing it. Just mention done when you're done with the notes. There you go. Those are the 5 steps. And also put in the notes about noise and signals, guys. It's very important, right? To always keep thinking about, okay, what are my signals? What are my noises? That puts your focus and shifts on thing that matters. Journal. Just be present in the next 6 days and you will have the answer. Yes, identify the signal and cut the noise. Yes, the process will be action ready. Awesome. So I think people are done. I can see it done on the chat. That's lovely. Crazy. All right. Now, coming to the last part that I again want each one of us to re-engineer and get this thought ingrained in yourself, is that we all in the session, we need to unlock the CEO mindset. That is what we need to unlock, right? We're building businesses. We are providing services and value, but we can't think like a service provider. You're an entrepreneur, right? You are a CEO of your business. And that mindset needs to be ingrained. So you need to always think deeper, be always ahead, right? Everyone here agrees that you want to be at a CEO mindset level. Drop CEO on the chat, right? And we kind of have seen what are the murders that you're going to do, which is of your old thoughts. We have already seen what is the state of flow that you're going to be in, and what is something that you truly need to unlock and re-engineer yourself within to be able to reach there. All of that combining makes you reach to the CEO mindset. It's a combination of all of these things that will make you reach to the CEO mindset. And please don't think that, hey, I don't have, a business right now. I've not yet launched. I'm probably not a CEO. No, you need to come with a thought of, hey, I'm the owner. I'm the entrepreneur. I'm the CEO, right? As simple as that. Straightforward. Does not matter. Don't think small, right? That's it. You are the CEO and you'll have to do things and act things accordingly, right? Absolutely. That's crazy. So just to sum up, that this is what it will lead to, right? You're the owner, you're the CEO. Now I have a question from each one of you. How many of you think you have clarity in the niche and the audience you are catering to with your digital product? How many of you think you have the clarity? Drop in a yes in the chat. Drop in a yes in the chat if you think you have clarity. And those who think they don't have enough clarity, you drop in no. Drop in no in the chat. Okay, I'm just seeing yeses, I'm seeing no's. You're not sure, no, there's confusion. That's absolutely fine. I'm just wanting to know, each one of you on this particular bit. Okay, you don't have clarity. Now, let me share something with you. So when it comes to the way people are evolving and so many coaches are entering to sell their digital products, you'll have to be, one step ahead in terms of thinking about things, right? You'll have to be one step ahead in terms of knowing your audience the best, right? The game is that if you know your target profile, I call it avatar, right? If you know your avatar the best, you know what current problems are they facing, then you will have better context while you're curating your products. All right. And this is first part of it. Second part is that this will also give you clarity. How should I position my product altogether? In what format should I be positioning my product? Right? Because all of that will define how you are catching attention of the people who are solving the problem statements, right? It's like if I give you an option, or let's say I just put forward in the sense that, hey, I am doing a weight loss workshop. This is one example, right? That, hey, I'm doing a weight loss workshop. Versus if I am able to actually create that, hey, I am doing a weight loss workshop for women between the age 30 to 45 who have just, who have just been going to office and not having any kind of physical activity. Or for example, I help mom get fit versus I help working mothers lose 10 kgs in 90 days using my 15-minute power mom method without sacrificing family life or office performance. Which one would you choose to go after? Option one or option two? Two, right? So the thing is, how do you identify this in compete to a real scenario that makes sense in the way current user behavior is, right? That is what you need to optimize on. And that will reframe what you're selling, will redesign what you have been selling. So you're providing the same value, the same knowledge, but you're changing your positioning a little about yourself. And why it becomes important? Because there are so many options, there are so many coaches, right? And let me tell you, if the coach market is, I'm just taking hypothetical figures, if the coach market is growing with a speed of X percentage, the supply market, wherein the people wanting to look for those services is growing from a 10x percentage. So the opportunity is already huge. But now because people have too many options, why should they come to you? They are already shown 10 things on the plate. It's like when you go to a restaurant and when someone asks, hey, what do you want to order? There is already a cognitive load in the head because there is a decision making. And then I will choose something that is catching my attention and that looks something interesting, right? That's what you're going to do in the real world when you're solving the problem. But how do we solve it, right? What do we do exactly to make this happen? We will do it via the AI Clarity Revolution Codex. I have created something. Now, what it does something interesting. The structure that I'll provide you, what it will do, it will take real life scenarios. It will take real life scenarios in terms of what's happening right now, currently, as per the trend, and understand that. All right. And then curate things for you. That's how it will happen. So you will have this codex, which just give me a moment. Okay. Yeah. So this is what you will have, the AI Clarity Revolution, and you have series of 5 prompts here. And there is a touch up on that you need to do so that everything becomes unique, because all of you have a set of stories, right? And that stories is what makes your positioning very unique, right? But let me show you what it does, and I'll show you some methods that will just change the way how you have been doing. How many of you here uses chat? Okay, which platform do you use? I want to rather ask, do you use ChatGPT? Do you use Claude? Do you use Grok, Gemini, Perplexity? Which platform of AI do you use usually? ChatGPT, Gemini, DeepSeek, Perplexity. Okay, Copilot, all right. ChatGPT, all right. Perplexity, okay. Grok, ChatGPT. Quite a lot of you uses ChatGPT. Okay, cool. All right. Now, there is one disadvantage that every platform have different strengths, right? ChatGPT has different strengths, Claude has different strengths, Perplexity has different strengths, Gemini has different strengths, and we will also solve this strength for you, this problem for you towards the end of 6th day. How? It's a surprise. So people inside will get to know, people who don't join won't get to know. But yeah, coming back, different strengths. But I want to prioritize on one of the strengths that will make my super specialized positioning better right now. And I will prefer Perplexity. You know why? Because Perplexity does great job when it comes to searching things online, right? It uses all the existing models at the backend, like a ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, and others. But because it sits on a search engine, it's an AI search engine, and I want to know things that is current, because I want to tap in the current user behavior and pattern. And for that, I will use this particular prompt sheet on Perplexity. Even if it's a free Perplexity, that's fine. You don't have to take a paid one, right? It's okay altogether. But let's see what it does. So I will open Perplexity's browser. Give me a bit. Okay, perfect. I have opened the browser here. Now that's Perplexity, technically, right? Now I'll also go ahead and paste my first prompt here. So when I come here, I paste this, just my bad. I paste the prompt here, but here I want to make it, I am a spiritual, or maybe not a spiritual, public speaking coach, right? I've sent it. Now what it will do, it will create buyer personas for me. All right. It will create like 3 buyer personas for me that is relevant for what I wrote as a topic, which is public speaking coach. If you already can elaborate on public speaking coach, then great. Please do that. Right. Now it created a buyer persona here. All right. Let it create. Let it create. All right. Now the moment it creates, you know what I'll do? I will paste the second series prompt. Now what this will do, this will find real-time audience behavior across different platforms, which is your Reddit, Quora, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, on what is that exact problem right now at this moment people fed up with around my topic, right? Now I literally have something which is which is in real time, right? I literally know what public behavior is, what public sentiment is, what is they're looking after across different platforms that I've gotten access to, which is insane. Now what I'll do, I'll come to my prompt 3. I will then paste this prompt. And you know what this prompt will do? This prompt will now study what exact persona was created, what is the real-time behavior, and what are they searching about that. And on the basis of that, it will create a unique positioning, right? It will create a unique positioning statement, signature framework. It says the start method, why it's different, origin story hook, premium justification. So the context is for a 25,000 product, you can change that 25,000 product to anything else, right? ROI calculation, all of that, right? So it's like calculating the cost of the problem statement that I'm solving for the person. And then what I'll do, every time, every coach should look for a blue ocean. Am I the only one solving for public speaking niche? Not really. There are multiples, right? So I want to see what top coaches are right now in my niche and what is the blue ocean that I can tap into in terms of the positioning. So it's searching for all the top public speaking coaches and what are all of them missing? Standard approach, limited high stakes simulation, one size fits all feedback. What problem does nobody address? Performance meltdown at career defining moments. Identify crisis, visible anxiety recovery. Oh, this is something crazy. I've never heard visible anxiety recovery in real time, right? What does nobody use? Hybrid pressure cooker. So many things. It just gave everything now. So I literally have pointers to make my positioning hyper focused on based of data, which is how users are behaving right now, in concurrent to what others are doing and what they are missing, so that I can create a blue ocean. Because I don't want to work in a red ocean. Can I create a blue ocean in my own niche? But the last thing that I'll do here, after it has done, I will open a voice note and I will share my personal story about why I am doing this. Why public speaking, right? Is there a story that I can share? Now, why this story is important? This story is important so that this story with what it has crafted blends in well and it creates a unique proposition for you. So I don't have to prompt anything. I just have to mention that, hey, I just shared all of it above. Now I'm just sharing personal stories so that whatever you have generated, you can make it personalized to my story so that I connect to it well and everything is stitched well, beautifully. And this unlocks what and how you should be identifying yourself, the clarity that you will have while you're positioning your model in front of your own ICPs. Is everyone okay? I want to first know, how was this hard? What do you think about what I just unlocked? This is just the tip of how do you go about identifying your persona, your positioning, and your avatar, right? I'm just taking a quick record of how did you all like this last bit, which was the climax for day 1. People are dropping in, genuinely mind blowing. I want to try it right now. Mind blowing, hardcore truth about so many things. Excellent, amazing, super, unbelievable. Will you be able to share it? Don't worry, people inside the session is already gonna get it, right? So, what I'm trying to tell you now is that this is just the starting, right? Jabardast is what someone has just wrote. You all will have access to this prompt doc inside the community. We'll share how you will get access inside the community itself, so don't worry about that. And the reason why I shared this is that you all have a homework. You all have a homework. I first want to promise that everyone is doing that homework. Promise me. Drop P on the chat. Come on. Without homework, not gonna happen. We're not gonna reach where we want to reach, right? It should be a promise. Next 6 days, forget about any other thing that you're involved in, or even if you're involved in, you gotta get out time. You gotta take out time if you really want to make it happen and you really have the fire, right? So I don't want to hear any excuses. No excuses. That's it, right? Now, what do I want you all to do as a homework is first, once you have access to this prompt doc, you all will generate some pointers which will give you clarity, right? Once you have got the clarity, you will have to submit those inside the community, right? Inside the community, inside Level Up, I will share a short video explaining the right steps that you need to follow inside the WhatsApp. So make sure you do that. And that will be inside your challenges. So when you go inside challenges, day one will get unlocked and it will ask you for submission that you got to do it. So make sure that you do that altogether. The questions will be stated. So one would be for prompt doc. Now, second, what I want, after you have used the prompt doc to get now clarity on your positioning and your avatars, how many of you are already using a paid product of TagMango? Drop in paid on the chat. Paid on the chat if you're already using a paid product of TagMango. Okay. How many of you are using the free product of TagMango, or you're not using TagMango at all? Drop free in the chat. You drop free in the chat. Okay. Cool. Quite a lot of you are using the free product. Okay. So if you are already using the paid product, you already have your white label dashboard activated, right? So when I say dashboard, what do I mean is that you have a system like this that will allow you to create a service, like a checkout page where you can put the title, the thumbnail, the description, and the pricing, right? Now, what I want you to do, if you already have a paid one, after you have gotten clarity from the AI Codex about your positioning, I want you all to create a product. Now, that product could be a workshop, lead magnet, course, does not matter. That's totally upon you. But I want to see how you're positioning yourself. And I will be gauging that by virtue of the title and the description, because that will show how you're positioning yourself after getting clarity. And the link of the share needs to be submitted inside the challenge itself, inside going to Level Up. Again, I'll share a quick tutorial video inside the WhatsApp group that will guide you on where you exactly have to go to submit that. So I will want the link of that and the clarity that you would have gotten from the AI Codex. These are the first two assignments that you need to do for day one. Is everyone clear and on the same page? I'll again share a video of it, sharing the exact step that you got to follow, but just drop SP on the chat if you are on the same page. So first, after you get this AI Codex kit, you will go to Perplexity and follow the exact step that I just mentioned to get clarity on what your and how your positioning needs to be, right? And if once you have done that, you need to create a service. Now, for those who are not using the platform, I will share the steps. How do you get access to the free platform, which has limited functionalities, but enough for you to do the steps. So I will share the steps with you also. And make sure that you're on your desktop. If you're on your phone, then you won't be able to access any of that. So you'll have to be in your desktop, on your laptop. You don't have to download Perplexity. You can just go to Perplexity and it's like a browser, just log in and then access it. Not an issue, but those two are the homeworks. But there is a third thing that I want each one of you to do, right? I want each one of you to do. All right. What I want you to do, I want you all to make 3 friends, right? 3 friends inside the community. So people have started posting it already. I want you all to, we will unlock a forum for introduction. All right, wherein you can introduce, and that forum will just be meant for introduction. So no other thing, but just you introducing yourself. And once you have introduced yourself, I want you to be able to connect with people via DMs inside the community itself, right? The way it will work is, for example, let me share my screen. Let's say I come here, let's say it's Nand Kishore. I'll go to him and then I'll, drop in a chat to him. So I'll be able to drop in a hey, and then I want to connect with him, right? In this fashion, I want everyone to connect with 3 people and just have a quick chat. You want to get that chat on a WhatsApp or whatsoever, does not matter, but I'll prefer that you keep it on the community itself and then just share the 3 learnings. Just share the 3 learnings and make sure that if you're connecting with those 3 people, those three people, currently you're just seeing an inner circle. We will introduce here an introduction tab, right? An introduction wherein you will just introduce. So make sure that if you're connecting with someone, they're going to introduce themselves on the introduction tab altogether. Like the way people are doing here, they will introduce themselves, right? But the whole goal is you connecting with three people, and those three will be your friends throughout while the whole challenge is going. Is that clear or not? Drop 3 in the chat if it's clear. Drop 3 in the chat if it's clear. Come on. I want 3 friends, right? And if possible, you know, a lot of time it could happen that, okay, the fourth person has come to you, and you already have 3 friends that you have got connected to. You can just politely mention that, hey, you know, I've already got connected to 3 people. I'll recommend you to probably connect to someone else, right? Now, how do you connect? To connect, you need to come inside the community here. You need to come inside the community. I'll share the login link again and the registration link again. Once you have come inside the community, you will see inner circle here, right? And you will also see the dashboard, the leaderboard all together. Or rather, what you should do, the best way is come here in messages. Once you come inside the message room, go to click here channel info, go to members, and then you will see all the members here, right? To reach out to them all together. And the hack here to connect is once the introduction channel is introduced, once you start putting an introduction about yourself, what you have been doing, what you're ideally wanting to do, people will get to know and people will start DMing you from there itself, right? If I just see, okay, Anurag has posted something here about himself, interesting, I want to go and connect, right? But the goal should be to connect with 3 friends. Don't connect with more than 3 friends. It will be too much altogether, but 3 friends, and I want each one of you to be together throughout the 6-day challenge so that learning can be shared. Learnings, insights can be shared, and you have an opportunity to make a meaningful connection, right? Does not matter same niche. It could be of any niche, but the way to do should be introducing yourself all together inside the introductions channel that we'll create, and then doing it from there. All right. In fact, hold on. I'm just creating an introduction channels right away so that why to wait? Let's do it right now. Introductions, and there we go with perfect. Hidden, create, exclude members. Okay. I just created an introduction channel, guys. So can you just refresh the community tab? Can you all see it inside? Just let me know if you're able to see it. Are you able to see the introductions channel, something like this? Let me know if you're able to see. Just drop in a yes if you're able to see. Just refresh it. Just refresh it. Refresh this window on your desktop, and then let me know if you're able to see. Okay, no worries. Just give me a bit. Let me check. Let me check. Just give me a minute, guys. I'm just checking. All right. Can you refresh now? Can you see it? I'm sharing the link for people who are not able to enter. Just a moment, guys. Login link. Okay, people have now started seeing it. So I'm just pausing. I'm just dropping in the login link. That's the login link. But if you have not registered, guys, then you need to first register. So I'm sharing the registration link also. Give me a bit. Here you go. If you have not registered, first register and then log in. And once you have logged in, you should just be able to see the 6-day challenge channel with inner circle and introductions. And in introductions is only where you will upload about yourself. You can even upload an image about yourself. You can also put in your profile, right? So let people want to connect with you more. But your goal is to have 3 people making and befriending them, right? Tomorrow I will be asking that, hey, how many of you were able to actually have 3 people to connect with, right? Because these 3 people that you're chatting, connecting with right now, you will be in touch and in conversation throughout the 6-day challenge, throughout the 6-day challenge. So make sure that this is done, because if this is not done, then I'll tell you that you will regret altogether, right? And guys, make sure that you're uploading introductions inside the introductions tab. Don't upload it inside the inner circle tab, you know, because I mean, it will just confuse people. Let's not upload inside the introductions tab. In fact, let me, I'll just pause. I'll pause uploading on inner circle. So upload only in the introductions tab, guys. So everyone who has uploaded already in the inner circle tab, it's recommended, please upload it back inside introduction, because that's where people will come and see, you know. Awesome. Is everyone inside? Were you able to get inside the community? Just drop in a quick yes, yes in the chat. That will help me. So the way to see is that once you get inside, this is where you see the introductions tab. And in the introductions tab, you should upload about yourself, put a profile picture. You can even fill in your bio, because there is a bio section here. You should be able to go ahead with bio. And the way to full bio is going inside um, your view profile option and then putting a bio from there, right? Personal information there you go. So that's how you should be doing it. But the way is always introduce yourself in a way, and your goal should be that, hey, if you're finding someone interesting, just drop them a DM. And the way to drop a DM is tap on, let's say for example, Varsha. I'll tap on it and then you will see the chat, right? So people will then be able to drop a chat quickly out there. Message features, message setting, boom. Perfect. Just give me a moment, guys. All right. Hello. And for messages, you should go to the messages tab and then you'll be able to see your introduction message room and all of that. Like that's quite a bit possible. So it just becomes super interesting out there. All right, my login for TagMango not showing out of it. It's locked. So guys, once you are inside, okay, let me share the link again. Let me share it again. Okay. All right. So irrespective if you're a free user, paid user, you got to log in here inside the community to be able to access the community. Yeah. So again, login link. And before logging, make sure you have registered, because if you have not registered, then you won't be able to get inside, right? That's the login link I'm sharing again. And then I'm sharing the registration link. I've shared the registration link again. All right. Cool. Is everyone now inside? Just drop in again, I guess, those who were not able to. And the best way to find someone is that when you go inside the community, right? When you go inside the community, trust me, if I would be you, I would have uploaded the introduction and I would have just, for example, Siddhartha has mentioned, I would have just dropped him a DM, because I can just tap and then I can select on his profile and then drop him a DM from here that, hey man, what are you doing? Right. So I can of course do that and you should do that definitely. And I think some people have also started reposting that, hey, I'm interested all together. So this is how you connect. You need to introduce yourself so that people know you and then you're able to connect, but get three people. How to drop a DM? Just select their profile. Just tap on their profile. So when you're inside the community, for example, Niranjana just posted, you know what I'll do? I'll just tap on Niranjana's name and then I will see a chat here, right? I will tap a chat window and then I'm like, hey, Niranjana, I can just drop her a text. So I can do that, or I can find her name from here itself. There you go, right? So this is how you go about connecting with people. You need to be on desktop. If you're in mobile phone, then make sure that you have downloaded the Tag Mango Network app. If you're on your mobile phones, I will also give you the Tag Mango Network app. Just give me a bit. If you're on your mobile phones, then go for applications, iOS app. I'll just pause the DM again. And then but guys, it's recommended to stay on desktop. I would recommend you to not use app largely because we are doing a lot of things which is admin oriented, right? So it's recommended please be on your desktop to be able to do that. You will have the best experience. So a desktop or a laptop to be able to access the community and do all the tasks. Is that clear? Again, just drop in a quick C on the chat, everyone, if everyone is clear. Yeah, so it's please recommended to be on a desktop or a laptop. And if you don't have a laptop or a desktop, recommended if you can just get a spare one, by your friends or anyone, for the next 6 days, because trust me, it will be needed. It will be needed for what we're doing. But all right, how many of you are excited for day 2? How many of you are excited for day 2 already? Yeah. How many of you think that someone you know should be inside this session? How many of you think that someone whom you know should be inside this session and they're not? Yeah, I know. Yes, you will have the codex, all of it today. Don't worry. You will have a video from me guiding you on how do you go about doing all the assignments. So don't worry on that. But will again be tomorrow. Make sure you are on time. The session technically starts like we start the this webinar around 7 7:26 p.m. like just 4 minutes prior, and then we start like we wait for 10 minutes. 7:35 is when we at sharp will start. Make sure you're inside, because if you're not inside, 1000 coaches get inside, you won't be able to get it. How do we get the prompt link and all of that? You will get it in the community. We will share a Loom video in the WhatsApp group. Is everyone a part of the WhatsApp group? Anyone who is not a part of the WhatsApp group yet? Everyone who's a part of the WhatsApp group, yeah. The WhatsApp announcement, right? The WhatsApp announcement is what I'm talking about. So again, what recommended is that, guys, if WhatsApp announcement you are a part of, pin that WhatsApp whole chat window in your WhatsApp so that you don't miss out on it, because the next 6 days we are going to roll out important communication inside that itself. So pin it inside, but there should be a group that you need to be a part of, which is something like this. It's a community, it's an announcement. So it's not a group, it's a one-way group for us to chat. So it's a 6-day challenge group altogether that you need to be a part of. It's not a group for two-way communication, it's just an announcement group, right? People who are not a part of it, I'm sharing the link. If you're already a part of it, then please don't join. And if you are not a part of it, then I'll get the link shared. Give me a bit. Okay. WhatsApp announcement group. If you're already a part of, please don't join this group. You'll be in double groups. If you're already a part of WhatsApp announcement channel, the channel is not a group. So those who are not, only them should be joining it. Yeah. And rest of the details will be shared inside the group on how do you access altogether in this group. Yeah, it's a community. It's a community. So again, those who have already joined, please don't join again. And those who have not joined yet, you can join this community. It's not a group, it's a community. Yeah. So a lot of you are already a part of it, but those who are not, you may join that. All right. I think we're done with day one. Yes, you want. Yes, Suma, you can connect via chat. So when you open the Tag Mango community inside, where you were able to register, you just see who was introduced, chat with them, and create those 3 friends out there, right? Prompts, everything will be shared inside the community. How to access, we will share a video shortly with you in the next 1 hour so that you know how to access all of those, how to do the homeworks, and then get ready for tomorrow, right? Awesome. With this, we have come to the end of day one. You know what I want you all to do? We will drop in a message in the WhatsApp group and I will ask one question. How was day one? And I want you all to do one word replies in the WhatsApp announcement on the message that we shared across. Yeah. I want everyone to just drop in the reply on the WhatsApp announcement of how was day one. One word. That's it. In the WhatsApp announcement is what we will make it happen. So I'll just drop a message. So make sure that you reply to it. Awesome. Perfect. See you all tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. IST. Same link. Make sure you join. And it's just the beginning. Yeah. Good night. See you all tomorrow. All right. Thank you, guys.